A good Sunday morning to you. Cheers. I am going to look at the roots today on this Paphiopedilum. It is my first Paphiopedilum and it has sat in my house for 2 weeks now, acclimating, and I'm just curious what is on the inside. So that's what I want to do today. I'm enjoying my Sunday morning. I've attended my church service and got all revived on the inside, got reminded of the good stuff, and now I want to dive into my orchids. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, I live in the Pacific Northwest. Today I am glad you are here with me. I came up with this pot to transplant this into this because I love to see through the pot to see how the roots are doing. I am going to dump it out and show you what it's in. I think it's a mix of like a cocoa husk, but I've personally never seen it before. So if you out there know, let me know what was it potted in. It's grainy, really coarse, like coarse hair. It might be a cocoa husk, but it's black. I don't know what the blackness comes from. If I've only seen light colored cocoa husks, so I don't know. It's a mystery. This was my Paphiopedilum Vanda pearman, and I've never seen her bloom yet because I just bought her. A cross between a Bella Adam and the Delinati. So, all right, here we go. She has been watered every day because I read that she loves the water, doesn't like to dry out. And here we have the uniqueness of that potting mix that I'm not certain what it is. But you can see there's some growing tips. And what I've been told is the roots on a Paphiopedilum are really different than the roots on a store-bought Phalaenopsis that most of us are familiar with. And they're orange and sometimes like fuzzy little hairs on them. Pretty unique, I think. Very healthy looking plant. It's got some root tips that just popped off, so perhaps, nope, they weren't root tips. They were pieces of tree bark or something like that. So it's really messy. Let me dip it in the water bucket and get it rinsed off. Here we have, I'll hold it by its leaves. Unique, huh? She looks really healthy. She's got 2 sets of fans growing. So this half and then this half. Let me take away the dirty media. It's not dirty as in skanky, it's just all over the place. So it's getting in the way. Put that in the trash. So it's really unique when you look up underneath and you can see the red tones and the roots. That one has a root tip growing, a healthiness. So what I've decided I'm going to do is I'm going to put her in a mix of a lot of moss with bark and media. Let me pop her back in here while I get that ready for you. Here I have 2 different mosses, you can see. The one is the tree bark moss that I picked this spring, early spring, and I just rehydrated it. It was running low. I usually keep it wet all the time, and I forgot to look at it the last couple of days, and it dried a little bit. So I rehydrated it. So that's kind of what, let me pull a piece up close to you. That's the natural tree bark moss from the bark on the tree. And this is the rehydrated sphagnum moss. Now I got a terrible bag I'm working through. It has twigs and big old fat chunks, splintery things, but hey, I'm working with what I had. So when I wring this one out, I always get a prickle in my finger, but that's kind of what it looks like. So it's got a bleached out look as opposed to the natural kind of old look. I'm going to use mostly this, and I'm going to mix it in with some perlites, the white stuff. It's a volcanic pumice. I'm going to mix it in with little pieces of bark, and there is a few dashes of that dried sphagnum moss in there. I've heard that Paphiopedilums prefer to have a little more acidic. That's why they say it's nice to keep the moss in there, because that usually raises the acidic level. So let's do this. Let's get this. I'll put a layer on the bottom. Let's see what we can fit in this. Yeah, I'm just going to make sure she has enough depth that her roots are covered, but not the top of her crown. And then I'm going to put the stuff in all around her. Back little fans with a little tiny, and I got it right up to where the crown is, starting to branch the leaves off. That's as high up as I think I want to go. And you know what? I thought, what the heck? I'm already using all these other kind of medias. I'm going to put some leca balls on the top. I'm going to get them wet so that they stay hydrated, and just in case I'm a little late on watering, I'll get them wet in my, this is my bucket of water over here. I have chronic illness, and some days I am confined to the bed for a good portion of the day, and I can get up and see my orchids, but I don't always have the energy to water all of them. I'll hit the mounts that definitely need it, but this will make me a little more reassured, having a little of those leca balls retaining some moisture around the top. So here we have Miss Paphiopedilum, Vanda M. pearman. And Mama, I told you I'd tell you, this was the one I was talking about on the phone this morning that had the really funky, different, unique media.